I've been in the online business space for about 4 years now, and I've seen people come and go. I've seen business models become the new biggest thing and completely disappear the next day. I've seen people that have come in and absolutely dominated in the space and then fallen off the face of the earth. And I've seen people that have started when I started or way before I started and are still going now. And the people that I see that build real tangible businesses that stick and stay and grow exponentially are always the people that have foundational skills that they built these businesses around. The people that are building a business on a trend or on like a bit of market hype, they disappear very, very quickly. They may have a lot of kind of oomph when they're growing rapidly, but very, very soon they will fall off because they don't actually have the foundational skills that they need to actually make the business last. And so in this video, I'm gonna run you through 5 different skills, 5 skills that you can turn into a 10K per month business. And the reason I'm giving you these 5 skills is because I run a coaching program where I essentially help people monetize their skills, right? Whatever skill that may be. And these 5 skills are the skills that I see people succeed the most with, AKA they make the most amount of money with, that they want to actually last and all this kind of stuff. So I'm gonna give you a bit of my kind of insider knowledge to someone that has worked with hundreds and hundreds of people, some that have failed, many that have succeeded, and tell you the 5 that I think, number 1, have a lot of potential, and number 2, I actually see people making money with. Therefore, I know there's a proof of concept, because if you're sat there right now thinking, I wanna start making money, I wanna start a business, but I have no idea where to start, what skill to start with, what business to start, this is going to massively help. I'm going to give you 5 of them, and they're pretty good as well, so listen up. Okay, cool, I'm all mic'd up. So the first skill that I would highly recommend that you should consider if you're just starting off is what's known as a video enhancement agency. Okay, now you may be thinking, what the hell is a video enhancement agency? Because it's not something that you'll see, oh, here's a brand new business model you should start, because it's not a business model. This is basically a kind of the evolution of a video editor, let's say, or not even only a video editor, but a video editor, a content strategist, whatever it is. Everyone and their mother and their dog is trying to start a personal brand. Brands are trying to build on social media. Individuals are trying to start personal brands because they understand the potential that can come from a personal brand, and everyone's trying to make content. And there's also a lot of people that are trying to help people make content, which actually means, where the hell do you come in with a skill? Now, a lot of people are video editors. They think they have the skills of video editing. I say they think because they have the very, very basics, but it's nothing that's actually tangible that you can sell for a lot of money. But something that is super valuable is what's known as a video enhancement agency. And this isn't just video editing. It's not just content strategy. It's a mix of all. You're trying to help people that want to create content, ideally coaches, consultants, brands, whatever it may be, and help them enhance their videos, help them enhance their video content. And again, this is through editing. This is through strategy. This is through content and concept development. It's through storytelling, whatever it may be. This is a super valuable skill, because the other side of the wall, the other option with this is if you were to like cross that off, you would say, I'll write it here, a video editing agency, right? That's a very, very common one. No one's gonna pay a lot of money for that. People, however, will pay a lot of money, oh, there we go, pay a lot of money for a video enhancement agency, because there's more that comes out of it. The actual result that they're getting isn't just, here's another edited video, here's another one, but it's actually, I'm gonna help you make content that will help you create business outcomes, whether you wanna sign more clients, or you want to raise funding for your startup, or you want to have more press or more brand awareness, whatever it may be. This is a super valuable service that you can provide, and it's built of a few skills: video editing, content strategy, content kind of development, and storytelling and branding and stuff like that. You want to help people basically enhance their entire video, like everything they do with social media, okay, through let me just click there, a video enhancement agency. That is skill 1, super easy to use. Again, the skills that fall into this are the following. So it's video editing, content strategy, storytelling, and a few other skills that kind of like combine on top of that, okay? And I know this one works because I actually have a student called Samuel who's from Brazil, and he joined me as a video editor. He had one client, I think he was making like $1,000 or so a month, and he joined me as a video editor. And I was like, listen, Samuel, you're not gonna get very far with video editing as like on its own. People don't want to pay money for video editing because there's not much that comes out of it, and everyone and their dog is offering video editing. So what can you do? And we kind of came up with the idea of the video enhancement agency, where it's about basically creating killer content, which is still the process of editing videos, but it's also about scripting and ideating and piecing it all together. He now makes 10K a month from Brazil. It's a good service, that's all I'm saying. So that's skill 1, video enhancement agency. Let's go to skill 2, AI automation. Now again, this is a new kind of like, wow, interesting popping thing, right? It's a new market, a new kind of like product as a whole, AI automation, since AI has come into the world of business, let's say, right? But you can take advantage of this, right? And I'm not saying you have to be an absolute expert. I'm not saying you have to know how to train models and build your own products, but understanding, number one, the process of automation. Like this is split up into two things, okay? AI is number one, and AI is kind of like the wow factor. You can sell the service of automation as it is on its own. Super valuable service. You're helping people cut costs, save time, incredible stuff. But adding on AI onto that automation is gonna make you a lot more money because there's a wow factor to it. It's AI, it's interesting. Businesses know that if they want to keep scaling and keep growing, they need that kind of that little kind of nugget of something that they didn't previously have. AI automation is one of those things. And again, AI, when I say that, I don't mean you have to dive into becoming a developer. I just mean using the tools and systems and softwares that use artificial intelligence and use AI, okay? So this is things like Zapier, this is things like Go high level softwares and different tools that you can use. There is actually a kind of sub-service to this, which I'll kind of include as skill number 3, because it's a bit more of a skill as per to just AI automation, which is also chatbots, okay? Now, chatbots aren't a new thing necessarily. Companies and businesses have been using chatbots on the website for a while, but now that we have AI specifically, and like a better AI than just, I don't know, responding with a preset of 5 potential answers, companies can implement chatbots onto their websites and into their businesses and help them sign more clients, get better lead flow, whatever it may be. An example I give you is that when I went to buy my new car, my Audi RSQ8, I was doing some late night car shopping on a few different websites to try and find one that had the spec that I wanted. And I came across one at like 1 o'clock in the morning that I was like, cool, this is one that looks really nice, I like it. No one's awake at 1 o'clock in the morning, no one's replying to me, but this company on their website had an AI automation chatbot or an AI chatbot, and I had like a full-on conversation with this chatbot. Like I asked about the specs, about the details, when it's available to be picked up and stuff like that. And this AI knew because the company had fed the AI the information, which meant that literally the next day, I called up I gave them my number, and then they called me the next morning and said, hey, I know I've seen your chat log. I know you had a chat with basically the website. They said it's like our teammate. We're ready for you to pick up when you want. The next day I pick up the car, right? They got a sale in 2 days because of the fact that there was someone to answer my questions and talk to me straight away. That's just one example. That's car dealerships. You can do this in any industry you want, and companies will pay a lot of money for it because they are saving time, they are cutting costs because they don't need an entire employee to work 24/7, and they're making more money because you can get a lead from interested to sold quicker. You can probably get more leads as well because if they land on the website, the chatbot can have a chat with them and ask them questions and stuff like that. So they're not just like a random person that's come by, but they're actually a person that's interested. That is why AI automation and chatbots is such a fantastic thing. I would say, however, like this is service 1, this is service 2. They're 2 different things, so don't try and combine them together. AI automation is helping companies cut costs, save time. Chatbots is helping companies make more money, essentially, right? Better leads, all this kind of stuff. So this is kind of like skill 2 and 3. The skills that actually fall into this, number 1, AI, just understanding AI. Again, like I've said multiple times, you have to be an expert, you just have to be competent. Automation, pretty common one. Like automation isn't a crazy skill that not many people have. It's like reasonably common. Tools, software is helping people get from A to B quicker. And chatbots, a little bit more complicated because you have to understand the skill of chatbots and how they work and train up models and stuff like that. I have a student in the inner circle, for example, that has an AI chatbot agency, but he works with Airbnb companies, right? So Airbnb hosts, like he almost gives them this chatbot. He trains them up with the Airbnb, and then the person who goes into Airbnb can ask this chatbot any question it wants, like, where's the nearest best restaurant, local restaurant? Where are the towels kept in this Airbnb? What time does the shop shut? Like anything that, the Airbnb host wants the chatbot to know, and it will answer all these questions automatically, which means that the Airbnb host is saving time. They don't have to have an employee that answers all these questions, blah, 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 and the person makes a lot of money. That's a way that it's kind of implemented, which is really cool. So anything around AI is going to be an absolute goldmine just because it's got that wow factor, right? It's like, oh, AI, it's new, it's scary, it's exciting. Businesses want to jump on top of that to feel like they're ahead of the game. And then automation chatbots are 2 fantastic kind of like subsections that fit into them really, really nicely, okay? There's 2 options, automations and chatbots. Let's go on to skill 4. God, I'm speaking really quick. Right, skill number 4 is quite an obvious one. You've definitely heard of it if you're in the online business world, or you're interested in it, which is Copywriting. Okay, and I know what you're thinking. Oh my God, I've seen the courses, I've seen people talking about it, I've seen the services. Very, very true. So copywriting, super high income, high valuable skill because it's a skill that you can implement into a business, sell to someone, and it can directly make them more money. The trick is, however, the thing you need to kind of realize and figure out is how you sell it. Because copywriting through emails, for example, pretty common, it works, don't get me wrong, but it's not going to be the highest leverage opportunity you have because again, it's very common. So you want to think about how can I use this in a sense that is unique and it's different and it's kind of not being done so much before. And if that's the case, you can do loads of things. Like a few examples I'll give you. I have someone in the inner circle who does ghostwriting. Now, ghostwriting isn't just a skill of copywriting, it's also the skill of kind of like personal brand building because he essentially helps like older business owners and CEOs build their own personal brand on LinkedIn through ghostwriting and on Twitter and stuff like that. And he makes good money with it. And you may be thinking, it's a bit random, like how does that work? But it's because the words he writes helps this business owner convert more in the way that they want to, whatever that may be, build their personal brand. Ghostwriting is a fantastic one. It's not as common, but it works really, really well. Emails, again, another fantastic one. But like you want to think about what you want to find a gap in the market that you can sell the service of copywriting to that is unique, it's different. So firstly, identify a market, right? Who are you interested in? Who do you want to work with? Is it fitness coaches? Is it local restaurants? Although that's probably not the best because you want to choose a market that really needs a skill. And then you want to think about, cool, knowing this industry, this market, this kind of niche of people, whatever it is, how can I use my skill of copywriting and implement it into their business in a way that isn't typically done before, maybe they're not doing it themselves, but it's extremely, extremely valuable. That's the trick, okay? So I could choose fitness coaches, for example, and I could think about, how could they use the service of copywriting? Why would they need it? In my head, fitness coaches could really do with a good email list, right? Because what they can do is they have an email list, they can talk to their audience through their email list, convert them and nurture them, and also they can sell a lot of affiliate products because they can put affiliate links in their emails. That way, I can build a whole agency around copywriting for fitness professionals and influencers, let's say, not necessarily coaches because coaches don't always have a massive email list, but influencers that want to sell more of their affiliated products because they can put them in the email and kind of link the products, right? Which is like a super high conversion because all someone has to do is click on the link and they're taken straight to the checkout page as per to seeing a product through TikTok and going, right, I have to go to the website, put in the code, do these 5 things to get it. That's an idea, okay? So copywriting, super valuable skill. A lot of people in my training, make good money with it, but it's about how you use it. How can you like kind of put it into a market that you understand, right? And then we move on to skill number 5. Sorry, I've written that in the weirdest way possible, but it is community building or enhancement. You guys are probably somewhat familiar with the idea that growth operating is a thing, right? Where people that have a following build out community for their audience and make money through that community. As that has developed, lots of people have built communities and a lot of people that have built communities have no idea how to manage or grow or scale the community. They just kind of funnel their followers in. What you can do, however, is help people enhance their community. This is kind of like almost 2 skills in one as well. So it's community building / enhancement. Option 1 is to help them enhance it. So find an existing community that's kind of dead, not doing too well, not much going on, and basically build the premise of helping them enhance it, which can basically be to reduce churn, which is people like coming in and out of the community. It can be to upsell. It can be to just like increase LTV, which is lifetime value. Like enhancing a community, making it better, making it a better place will get more people in. It will keep more people in. So reducing churn, making sure people aren't going in and out, in and out, in and out, upselling them to a higher ticket products, increasing the lifetime value of them. That's a service that people pay a lot of money for. I have a community, right? And I'm in talks with someone at the moment about doing this exact skill, community enhancement, because I know that I can't put all my focus towards my community because I have a lot of other commitments. So someone that can enhance it, make it better, improve it from the inside is really, really good. And it's not about building out the training. It's not that. It's about keeping it live and running activities or whatever it is, giveaways. It could be anything. That's kind of like option 1. The second one is community building. Community building is another fantastic one. I actually did a speed run challenge where I went from 0 to 10K as quickly as I could of a brand new skill, brand new business. I documented it all over on Instagram. And the skill that I used throughout that challenge was actually community building. I worked with companies and basically helped them take their audience that they have and put them into a community. So in my case, I worked with like Web3 companies, crypto companies, NFTs, projects, startups, and help them take an audience that they have or that they are building and build out a community for them to basically nurture and host and improve and sell to their audience. And I made $10,000 within 37 days with that brand new business through community building. And I've documented it all. Like, you can see the whole process, go to my Instagram, to my TikTok, and you'll see the episodes I made. But that's a super good skill, right? Because again, you're helping people take followers, which don't really mean much. Like, everyone has followers. You have followers on your Instagram, everyone does. Taking followers and putting them into a community, and it doesn't have to be a paid community, it can be any community, and nurturing them and upselling them and talking to them and all this stuff. You can do a really good job here. Like, imagine, I don't know, if Nike had a community on like Discord or something, you know, that would be huge, that would be massive. But obviously you'd work with smaller companies. I worked with companies. You can definitely work with like influencers as well, but I feel like that's a bit too common, not even too common, but it's a bit more busy. So working with companies and like helping them understand the premise of, hey, if you actually owned your audience and you nurtured them and all this kind of stuff, you could sell whatever you want to them, you could talk to them, you could have a more engaged fan base, all this kind of stuff. And that's what I did with community building. So this is kind of like almost skill 5 and 6 here. Again, people make money with this skill, and I know it's very, very good. So that is the kind of 5/6 skills that I wanted to run you guys through that I've seen people make money with, I've made money with it myself, or I'm actually paying people to do for me, such as the community enhancement. So hopefully that helps. These are a little bit more uncommon apart from the copywriting one. So hope you learned something from it, and check out the link below as well. Like, you can, like I said, I have a coaching program. I don't want to hard sell you on it here. You can check it out if you want to, but it's well worth having a look because it might just be what you need. If you're here watching this video, you're interested in monetizing your skills, most likely, I can probably help you do that. So check it out down below, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.